I suppose there's a chance for either of the next two games, and I suppose there's a chance he could come to Minnesota, but I would say it's doubtful. Just the idea of flying him across the country for one game, probably better served just getting work in. So definitely won't play the next two, and doubtful for Minnesota.
Talk about reestablishing your identity now that Clay is kind of back in the mix. What do you mean by that, and what goes into that?
Well, you saw last night. I mean, we had like 5 turnovers in the first few minutes, which was really disappointing. It set a tone. It allowed them to get into transition, and so we've got to establish our offensive identity, reestablish it. We've had slippage over the last 10 games. So part of it is just natural ebbs and flows of the NBA season, but part of this also is reincorporating play and then rearranging lineup combinations, because every player affects the next guy in the rotation, and it's all about combinations and finding the right ones.
Clay and Jordan over there are working right now on some DHOs. How important is it to get their chemistry up to speed and just Clay's chemistry with all the other guys you haven't played with?
Yeah, I mean, Clay has been part of things, but it's different when you're not actually on the floor in games. So, we just need him to get action with all of our guys and, kind of build that chemistry that comes with continuity.
After Andrew arrived here, was there anything about his game that pleasantly surprised you?
That surprised me?
Yeah, after he got here.
Not really. I watched him play and coached against him many times. We knew he was really a powerful, long athlete, and we knew he was great getting to the rim. And, I think the best thing that he's done since he's been here is adapted to the way we play. A lot more catch and shoot shots from 3. He's, I think he's shooting a career high from 3. So he's kind of figured out our style, and he's adapted really well.
It seems like he's kind of fit the ethos of this team perfectly. What's it about his personality that makes him a good fit?
Well, he's selfless. He just wants to be part of a good team, and he doesn't ever get upset if he's not getting enough shots or that kind of thing. If anything, I have to remind him to stay aggressive now that Clay's here, because Clay's going to get his shots up, so Andrew's got to coexist within all of that, but that'll come.
Jordan grew up here in Milwaukee, so what have you seen now he's in his 3rd season? How have you seen him grow and kind of find his place in the league?
Well, he's found confidence. The first year dropped, and consequently, our actual field goal percentage has dropped. And if you just look at our possessions, we're taking a lot of really difficult shots. We took 5 or 6 shots at the rim last night that Dr. J would have blushed at. It's like up and under and spin off the glass, and they're basically shot turnovers, especially against Memphis. You end up falling on the floor, and it's 5-on-4 at the other end. So our defense, I thought, was actually fine last night. But if you want to play Ja Morant, 4-on-5 in transition, good luck. So our offense let our defense down last night. The game's always connected. And I would say over the last 10 games or so, I think we dropped from 3rd or 4th in offensive efficiency to 11th or 12th. Over the course of the last 10 games, we're 26 in offensive rating. And it's easy to say, well, we're just missing shots. But I think the quality of shots and the degree of difficulty in a lot of our shots in some of those games has been an issue. And so that's got to be addressed. We've got to try to get from good to great and get easier shots for each other.
I know you only see Giannis up close a couple times, but how in his path, how have you seen him improve or develop as that ball handler, sort of that point forward, if you will, at his size and speed over this last handful of years?
We don't see him obviously much. I mean, twice a year, and he's always seemed pretty damn good at everything to me. So I haven't paid close attention to where he's developed and how he's developed. I know that Bud has used him differently. Last year, he seemed to use him as a screener a lot more, screener roller, not just have the ball in his hand. But I think what makes him great on offense is the same thing that makes him great on defense, is his adaptability to playing any role.
What do you see out of Steph right now? Obviously, the percentage is down. We've talked about it. But is there ways you think you guys can get him going better?
Yeah, and it relates exactly what I was just talking about. Simplifying things, hitting open guys, creating shots for each other. Most mortals, have to, when they're in a little bit of a shooting rut, have to simplify things and maybe get to the line, maybe look for easy shots early in the game. Steph's never had to do that because he's just so damn good that even in a little bit of a rut, he can shoot a step back 32-footer and make it, and then he's immediately back in rhythm again. But I think just as a team, if we simplify our shot process, of really trying to move the ball to get a great shot, it'll help our whole team. It'll help Steph.